I'm Nicole Filanino. I'm an attorney, been an attorney in New York, real estate attorney for almost 20 years. And I've been working with Dave at Summit Funding for almost 12 years. What the people at Summit Funding do and what Dave does is make my job very easy. When I come to closing, the closings are easy. The borrowers are prepared. There are never any surprises. Dave attends all his closings, and it makes for a really wonderful closing process. One of the most important things, in my opinion, when choosing a mortgage broker is, can you trust them? If the mortgage broker is reliable, can you rely on what they say, whether you're purchasing a home or refinancing? And what I find when working with Summit Funding is that borrowers are never surprised. Dave and his staff at Summit Funding always comes through with what he says he can do. If he says he can do something, then you can rely on it. And that's critical whether you're purchasing or buying. A lot of mortgage brokers just want to take in the application. Once the application's in, that's the end of the story. They never see their mortgage broker or hear from them again. They're not there to answer questions. For Summit Funding, they're there for their borrowers from beginning to end, all the way to the closing table where I sit every time. And it makes for a very pleasant closing, and it makes for a closing where the borrowers are really prepared. All their questions are answered before we get there, before we get to the closing table. And that's the way it should be. The team at Summit Funding is always responsive. Send an email, you get an answer. No matter where they are, you'll get an answer in, within a minute, I think. I don't think I've ever waited longer. Phone calls are always on top of things, very proactive, and also, even once things are closed, they're following up. The people at Summit Funding are also friendly. They're friendly, they are nice to speak with, always pleasant. They're all happy to be working for their customers. I have closed hundreds and hundreds of loans for Summit Funding over the past 12 years. And in the past couple of years, Dave has been able to get for his clients 0 closing cost refinances. Sometimes the bank even pays the borrower more than the closing cost, so the borrower is able to leave the closing with a little bit of money. I don't know how he does it, but it's a wonderful way to refinance your property, get a lower interest rate, and not have to pay any costs. When I have clients who need a mortgage for a purchase or a refinance, my family, my brother and my mother, I recommended them all to Dave, and he did a great job with them. He always does.